Hi, and welcome to this episode of Strategic Solutions TV.
Hey.
Did you say something?
Yes, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. I said thank you, so go ahead.
All right, I'm going to start over, okay?
Yeah, I'll wait for you to completely pause. I thought you were just saying welcome.
What I'll do is I'll introduce you and I'll ask you how you are.
Okay.
That'll know that that's your cue.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Strategic Solutions TV. My name is Carol Bell, and today we'll be discussing the topic of how do you find a really good orthodontist, especially in the Niceville and Destin area of Florida, when you're looking for one online. And we have a special guest to help us with this, Dr. Casi Stubbs from Stubbs Orthodontics. Dr. Stubbs, welcome, and thank you for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing great, Carol. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Dr. Stubbs. Thank you so much. We know that people generally start their search for a new orthodontist by going online, and even if they've got referrals from people, they will typically go online to check those referrals out. So what we'd like to know is, what do you think are the things that are most important for someone to look for when they're looking for a good orthodontist online, especially in the Niceville and Destin areas of Florida?
I'm sorry. We're going to have to start over because you said Cassie and it's Casey.
Oh, really?
Yes. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I think that is really important.
Oh, definitely. No, you should have interrupted me. Okay, let's just...
Yeah, it's Casi Stubbs.
I don't know why I have been calling you Cassie in my mind this whole time. Okay.
That's okay. I thought I told you last time, but I may not have. So I just want to make sure. So I'm so sorry.
No problem. I definitely want to get that one right. Okay.
Okay, well, we've got it this time.
All right, here we go. Hi, and welcome to this episode of Strategic Solutions TV. My name is Carol Bell, and today we'll be discussing the topic of how to find a really good orthodontist, especially when you're looking for one online. And today, our special guest on the program is Dr. Casi Stubbs from Stubbs Orthodontics, and she's going to help us out with this topic. Dr. Stubbs, I know that you are based in Niceville, Florida, and so welcome to our show today. How are you?
I'm doing great, Carol. How are you? Thank you for having me.
You are so welcome. So, Dr. Stubbs, we know that people generally start their search online when they're looking for an orthodontist, whether they're in Niceville or Destin or wherever they are, especially in the panhandle of Florida. And when they do, they've got a lot of different orthodontists to choose from. So give us your advice on what you think is important for people to look for when they're looking for a good orthodontist, whether they're starting their search online or whether they're checking out an orthodontist that someone may have referred to them.
Well, I think looking online is a great way to get started, especially for the demographics, so that way you can figure out who is the closest to you if that's important. But getting in touch with your dentist, someone that you already have a relationship with, someone that you already trust either your smile with or your children's smile with, and see what their opinion is, because the dentists are going to be able to tell you, because they see so many cases, which cases finish out good, which orthodontist works with them well, and what has the best result after many months of treatment. It actually is a very big decision. If you're new to the area and you haven't established that relationship with your dentist yet, it'd be a good idea maybe to talk to some friends in the area, people that you've already got a relationship with, and see who they see, or their friends, or their cousins, or maybe nieces or nephews, and what the experience has been like in the orthodontist offices in that area.
So do you think it's also important for them to go and check out that orthodontist website, maybe look at some reviews?
Absolutely. After they've had some recommendations for some other people, then go online and see what other people that you don't even know have said and what their experience has been. Either their first appointment, or maybe even patients who've already had braces and are in retention, and see how they're doing after the treatment has been completed.
Great. That's really good advice. So, Dr. Stubbs, tell us about your practice and what makes your practice unique and different from the other orthodontists in your area, and what kind of experience can someone expect to have when they come to see you?
Well, one of the things that's nice about my office is that I'm actually a local doctor. I grew up in this area, so my heart is actually in this area, and the people that I treat are people that I've known for a really long time. My office is actually a new office, so it's a state-of-the-art office. We have all the latest digital x-rays. We have the digital iTero scanner for the Invisalign patients and digital photos. So pretty much in the orthodontic world, all the latest and greatest things you can find here. So that's a good feeling, because a lot of times you'll see on TV, people are talking about radiation. All those things are very important, and it's good for the doctor to be up to date so that you know that you or your child are getting the best care. The other thing that's nice about my office is that it's a little bit bigger. In fact, we just moved to this office a couple of years ago, and what we wanted to do is give the patients a little bit more space. A lot of the times when people come in for their first appointment, or once their kids are already in braces, they don't just come alone. They come with their cousins, they come with friends, or maybe they have little siblings and they have strollers. They need somewhere to sit down and relax while they're getting their treatment. And so that's one of the things that our office also provides.
That's nice. And I know that you have 3 questions that you typically ask patients when they come in for their initial exam.
Well, it's 3 questions that I hope to make sure that we have explained to the new patients when they come in. Because when they come in, a lot of times people are very shy, they're not sure, they think of orthodontics and they just think it's going to be expensive, so they're afraid to come in for that first appointment. But at our first appointment, there is no initial charge, so that's really nice, so the patients can be, and the parents can be at ease with that. They're going to get their digital photos, they're going to get their digital x-rays, and we're going to be able to talk to them. Are their patients ready for braces? Because that's what they want to know. Is my child even ready for braces? Is it time to get started? And yes, it is, or no, it's not. Maybe we need to wait. And then also, how much is it going to cost? That's what they want to know. So we're able to go over all 3 of those questions at no cost to the parent and be able to answer all those questions for them.
That's really good. That's a great, so that's an offer that you have as well for new patients, right?
Yes, ma'am. That runs all the time. There's not any time that you have to get it or not get it. It's all year round. That first consultation is free, including the x-rays. And that's a big deal, because sometimes the parents are just concerned, or maybe the dentist or someone else has said that you don't need to see the orthodontist until you lose all of your baby teeth. And that's not true. By taking those free panoramic x-rays, we're able to see what the adult teeth are doing as they're developing and come up with a treatment plan, sometimes before all the baby teeth are lost, and sometimes that's very important on how the case is going to turn out.
So what age would you like to see a child for the first time?
Well, we recommend that the patients come in at the age of 7. And I know a lot of people think that that may be a little early, but the 6-year molars come in, and we want to check for crossbites. We want to check for some major developmental problems that can be prevented or maybe stopped earlier in the treatment, and that's why the age of 7 is recommended.
Great. So your offer for new patients is the panoramic and the skeletal x-rays, and that includes digital photos as well. That sounds like a tremendous offer.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So Dr. Stubbs, what's the best way for people to get in touch with you if they want to come in and have a consultation, or maybe just ask some questions?
Well, the best way to get in contact with me is just to call the office. The office number is 850-678-8338, and we'll have somebody set up an appointment that's convenient for the family. And really, that's just the best way. It's just to give us a call.
That sounds great. And so for all of you that are in the area, Dr. Stubbs has an office in Niceville and also an office in Destin, for those of you who may live in that area. So if you're interested in having your child checked for a consultation to see what their teeth are doing, give Dr. Stubbs and Stubbs Orthodontics a call and make an appointment and go in and see her. Dr. Stubbs, thank you so much for taking the time to share this great information with us today. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carol.
You're welcome. And have a great day, everyone. We'll see you next time.